Hey guys, Alex from Paintball 101 Info here, and today I'm going to show you how to adjust the pressure inside your Ninja tank from a high pressure tank to a low pressure tank. It's very easy to do. I've already done it once, and I'm going to show you how to do it now. The things you're going to need is your bonnet key and parts kit that came with the tank, and a O-ring pick. So the first thing you want to do is get out your parts kit. This is one of the shims I took out just earlier from doing this, and I had the idea of doing this show for you. So now I'm going to do it. There's 2 set screws on the bonnet is what you need to take off. But before you do that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure there's no pressure in the tank. You can do this by screwing it into an ASA, undoing the macro line before you screw it in, unless you have it on off, and just waiting until the pressure goes. You know there's no more pressure when you can actually hit the activation screw pin in and no air comes out. Now that's a key thing. You want to make sure there's no air in the tank or the regulator, because that could be very dangerous. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take the 3 30-second Allen key and take out the 2 set screws. Note, Ninja makes these by hand, so the amount of shims inside the regulator is going to be different for you and me. On the video that I watched when they took this apart, the guy had 2 red shims, which are the major shims, and 2 clear shims or silver shims, which are the fine-tuning shims. I only had 2 red ones. Next thing you're going to do is take your bonnet unscrewing tool, just screw it partially the way into the bonnet and twist it off about 1/4 of a turn before it hits the gauge. You can unscrew it, because then you're just going to be able to unscrew it by hand. So normal output with both shims in it should be around 850 psi. Taking one shim out will drop down to about a medium output, which is about 650 psi, and taking both red shims out will drop it down to a low output of about 500 psi. So what's going to happen is you're going to have your bonnet here, and it's just got a little spring in there, so you want to make sure that spring either stays in or take it out. It doesn't really matter. And you're just going to set that aside. Then you're going to carefully, with your O-ring pick, take out the shim or shims that are inside your tank. Mine only had these 2, as you see. It had no fine-tuning shims. And I want mine to be about a medium pressure because I am using the E-Tech 3, and I found out that high pressure tanks aren't as good for the solenoid as I thought they were. So I want to put it about medium, because I know low pressure isn't too good either. Now while we're here, I just take a moment to clean off the threads, kind of clean off the inside a little bit, and that's it. So all you have to do is fine-tune the amount of shims you want. Just replace your shims inside. Make sure you have your spring on your bonnet. And don't make this mistake of taking apart the bonnet, because that's a little bit difficult to put back together. There's a lot of fine-tuning springs inside there, and it's a pain in the butt to get back together. So once you have it all fine-tuned to your likings, go ahead and screw the bonnet right back on. Screw it in as far as you can with it hand tightened. And once it gets starting tough, take the bonnet removal tool, screw it back into the set screw. For those of you who, well, if you don't know, this basically goes into where the set screws came out. That was one thing that confused me on Ninja's videos. But there's only 2 holes here, and they're both set screw holes. Sorry, this one's a little tough to get in. Okay, I'm just going to twist this one around because I know this one works. I apologize here. My mistake. And you want to get it so there's no gap between the bonnet and the regulator. There it goes. Twist it till it's tight. And you should be able to see a little silver part. I know you guys can't see it. But if you look straight down, there's a little silver, and that's where the set screws were stuck in place. So go ahead and take your set screw. I like placing them somewhere where I know I'm not going to lose them because they're very small screws. Put it on the end of that. And you only want to go finger tight because that can damage the regulator. So finger tight with these. Go over to the other one. And that's it. I anticipated a really hard removal of this when I first did this. Before looking at the videos, Ninja's videos really helped. Because I knew I wanted to change my output pressure, but I didn't know how. I thought this was going to be tough, and you always want to save your spare parts just in case you need them again. I thought this was going to be tough, but you know, Ninja, great company, really easy. They also said that if you don't feel like doing this yourself, you can send it into them and they'll do it for you. I don't know if there's a cost to that. Probably isn't, but that's it. And I want to answer one quick thing while we're talking about tanks here. And I got a question. Why do I have grip tape on the back of my tank? This is just hockey tape from Dunham Sports. Basically, it's because I don't use a tank cover. And this prevents it from slipping around on my shoulder, slipping. Just makes it easier to hold. And it really does last a long time. And the nice thing about hockey grip tape is it won't leave a residue. So that's another thing I really like. And it's about time I replace it because I'm starting to get slippy. But, yeah, for $2, you save yourself an easy tank cover. And we all know, for those, I used to use a tank cover, 2 or 3 shots in the tank cover and you have a paint-filled mess. So I just like this. It's easy to wipe off the tank. I got this idea from Mike at TechPB. Big fan of you. Basically, I'll have a video on how to do this when I get more grip tape, but you just make a star asterisk type of shape design and then wrap a couple loops around and you're good. And that's it. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Really enjoying all the subscribers in the past few weeks. I've noticed 1 or 2 a day, so that's great. We're finally getting the word out about Paintball 101 info. Really great. I'll do my best to keep up all the videos. So thank you.